All right, now we're live with Lil Wyte.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna send you the link or whatever, and you can do whatever you got to do, and we'll get it going.
Maybe I'm gonna send it to YouTube. You can see it in my Facebook.
Lil Wyte.
You can see it in my Facebook. Yeah. Can y'all hear me good? Y'all straight?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
It's like Jelly said. It's more like real time. When I watched Charles' interview, I can hear it like real time, like really good actually.
What? Do you want us to send you the link to your phone number or
Yeah, you can do that.
yeah, to the phone number?
Yeah, and I can share it from there, so I ain't got to click out of this. No, wrong website.
Hey, we're actually gonna give you a surprise sometime during the stream. Just so you know.
Damn, that ain't a surprise.
No, it is. It's gonna be a surprise.
What am I doing? Share it. Share the link to everything.
All right. I sent you the link, by the way.
Yeah, I got the missus handling it.
All right, cool. Now, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, now let's go ahead and get the intro out of the way. This is Keith Austin, George 740. We got HDR with Lil Wyte. How's it going, man?
Doing great, man. How you guys doing out there?
No, man, we're doing good. Yeah, we're down in Chattanooga.
That's what's up. Shout out to Steve, the instigator.
That's right, man.
Yeah, you guys actually got a project coming out soon, don't you?
Yeah, we do, man. That's just jamming too, man.
That's what's up, man. Now, for one, we are very grateful to have you on, man. It's been a crazy couple of months for us, and for one, you to actually reach out to us. Great.
Yeah,
man. So, who wants to start it off? You want to go ahead?
Yeah, man. So the first question I ask every person we interview, just to get it out of the way, because I know it's a basic question and you've heard it 100 times. What got Lil Wyte into the rap music business?
Pretty much the first album I heard that was like rap was Sir Mix-a-Lot, with Baby Got Back and all that on it. That was like the first like hip hop like rap shit I actually heard that I liked when I was probably like 9 or 10. My godmother used to jam it all the time in her Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit about 12, 13, I guess, 94 when Mystic Styles came out. And once I realized that they were from Memphis, it made me want to get like really involved because like, you know, growing up, you think New York, LA, Miami, Chicago. You don't think Memphis, Tennessee. Like, you just don't. Yeah, Ghetto Boys out back then. You know, I was a big Ghetto Boys fan. The first gangster rap song I ever heard was Minus Playing Tricks on Me, and then I heard 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like once I heard 3 6, it was just I don't know, man. I was just hooked on the music. I was young. I was smoking weed and skipping school, and you know what I'm saying? It was the soundtrack. You know, it was a soundtrack to that time, and dude, just throughout the next couple of years, I started freestyling in school and shit, and I started writing. And that's when I linked up with the Shelby Forest clique. Man, we ended up, you know, getting my shit to 3 6, and it just kind of blossomed overnight, kind of almost. It was like within a 2-year period, I went from, you know, beating on lunchroom tables and freestyling to sitting in the studio with Lord Infamous, like within 2 years. Like I was in there. So it was a very, very quick change is what it was.
Yeah, man. So what was it like working with early 3 6 Mafia?
Oh my God. Incredible.
Let's say
insanity. It was fucking chaos.
I bet, man. Especially how was it being a white guy though? Like a white rapper with 3 6 Mafia in Memphis?
It was actually not that bad. I mean, because like I've actually had that question asked a lot. Like I think being from Memphis, knowing how fucking just hood and street 3 6 Mafia was, they knew that the white boy had to be cool, I guess, for them to even fuck with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was one of those, like, anywhere we went, like, even still to this day, like, anywhere we go, if I'm out with Paul or Juicy and they glance, it could be any white guy with Paul and Juicy. They're going to be like, oh, shit, that's not Lil Wyte. It's just a random white guy with 3 6 Mafia. But
Yep.
when I am out with them, you know, like the fans will see Paul or Juicy, and then they see me, and they like, hell yeah, y'all still fucking rocking together, like after all this time. I'm like, fuck yeah, why not? It's Mafia for life over here. You know what I mean? Like, but it wasn't a big deal. Like it was. Looking back on it, it probably should have been a bigger deal, but it wasn't. I think because everybody was so fucking scared of 3-6 Mafia back in them days. Like they were fucking terrified of 3-6 Mafia in certain cities we went to.
Yeah, man. It was just
So,
like
yeah.
the sound, I guess. It was like such a brand new, fresh sound to everybody that they didn't know how to,
Yeah, that's
accept it
what
at first.
we were talking about that earlier. Like, you know, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, Austin was like 3-6. That's who you wanted to be with, you know, like.
Oh, definitely.
It's funny, you know, you said that, like.
So back when they dropped the Indo G CD, they dropped a snippet CD that came, you know, you could get it like literally was on the counter at like Cat's Music or Pop Tunes or whatever here in Memphis. And I forget it. It was a little, you know, a little cardboard insert with a little snippet disc in there, and on the back of the disc, you got me thrown off over here, lady. Quit showing me boobs and stuff.
That's what's up.
There was a right. That's why I married her.
We
there was a
Hypnotized
Minds logo. There was the logo, the Hypnotized Minds logo on the back of the CD, and I cut it out with a razor blade. And I taped it to the center of my mirror. And I didn't even realize, but back then that was pretty much called a vision board still, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And
once I signed the 3-6, I remember like every day before school, the last thing I'd look at walking out that bedroom was that logo. It was it was something about the logo. It literally hypnotized my mind, like for real. And when I got with them, it just made so much sense. And then I started finding out about manifesting your destiny and all that shit as I got older. And I was like, damn, I've been doing this shit for years and didn't even know I was doing it.
Yeah. So what year did you get signed with Hypnotized Minds?
2001, September 13th. Oh my God, what's today's date?
Pretty close. 12 tomorrow.
Right?
Yes.
I got signed tomorrow, 19 years ago.
Oh my God, that's crazy, man.
I was 17, bro. My parents had to sign my contract.
Jesus.
Before we get to that, you mentioned you were with the Shelby Forest Clique.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk too much about them, but carry on.
Okay. I wanted to ask though, how big of a name was Shelby Forest Clique when you joined? Because I know they were a thing before you joined.
They actually, dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. The whole reason why Paul and Juicy even accepted that cassette is because we had such a fucking buzz in the city, bro. Like we'd buy 500 cassettes and they'd be gone in like 48 hours. And that's just us like on foot sometimes, walking through the hood and me taking them to class and selling them out of my locker. We probably ended up selling about 3,000 CDs and tapes total when Paul and Juicy found us.
Was that more of a local force, or were they reaching out all through the country?
No, it was more of a very local shit. Like it probably stretched as far as I'd say like Nashville, Jackson, Mississippi, Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, we were all fucking young. I think the oldest person in the group at the time was like 21, 22. I was 16 when I joined them.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, no, I mean, we had the sound we had sounded like an all-white 3-6 Mafia. And that's why Paul and Juicy wanted to fuck with us.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. Now, you signed with Hypnotized Mind in 2001, you said?
Yep.
And your debut album with them was Down Me Now in 2003, is that right?
Yep, March 4th, 2003.
Now, in the time that it took you from the sign with them to make the album, did it take you that long to actually do that album, or
well, no, for like the first year, I was on like a probation period.
Okay.
Where like they would take me on tours and shit just to see how I interacted with the people and just how I did on the road because I was so young. They didn't want to just throw me to the wolves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they literally told me, they were like, all right, you got 1 year that you're pretty much on a probation period. You stay fucking, don't get in goddamn trouble. Don't go getting locked up. You're under contract now. You got your money. We're going to start gathering beats within the next 6 months. We'll start, getting into the writing, and then we'll probably work on it for about a year, and then we're going to drop it sometime spring of 2003.
Do you remember the first song you recorded for the album was?
Ooh. I want to say it was my smoking song.
All right. That's
I want to say I take it back. We recorded when I first got with them. We recorded like 4 songs that were just to hear what type of beats I sounded good on.
Mm-hmm.
And once we figured that out, because my smoking song was actually recorded to a whole nother beat, which actually turned out to be the beat "Smoking Out Like Chief Wild." On the Project Pat song. That was originally supposed to be the smoking song beat.
Okay.
But both of them songs came out right around the same time, and they were both about weed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to say it was smoking song though.
Okay. Doubt Me Now. People don't understand how classic that album is. That album's it was the house of Oxycotton, Acid, My Smoking Song. What
Drop It Off.
Yeah, Drop It Off.
I Know You Strapped.
Yeah, I Know You Strapped. When we
10 Toes Tall, 10 Toes Tall.
Yeah, 10 Toes Tall.
I wrote 10 Toes Tall. I wrote 10 Toes Tall in 9th grade when I was 15.
Wow.
That's
how I knew I had like some shit in the arsenal. When I told Paul, when I rapped the verse to Paul, and he was like, "Oh, you need to rekindle that." Whoa, oh my God, don't knock my shot glasses over, Jesus.
Okay, when we say Lil Wyte,
sorry.
When anybody says Lil Wyte, the first song that comes to your head is boom, Oxycotton, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. When you were in the midst of making Doubt Me Now, when you were making Oxycotton, did you think, damn, this song is about to did you think that was gonna be the song that did it?
No. I wrote Oxycotton. All right, so I don't know if you know the story behind Oxycotton, but my big brother at the time, rest in peace, Jimmy. Jimmy Collins, my big brother, was he fucked his leg up. He tore all the tendons in his like leg or some shit, trying to stomp on like a 24-ounce Bud Light can, and he came down sideways and ripped all the muscles in his leg. Well, he was a big dude. He used to work out and shit. So considering he was so big and he was in so much pain, they prescribed him Oxycontin 80s. Well, I'm driving him back from the hospital, and halfway through the ride, he's like, "Bro, you gotta take one of these." I didn't know they were for per weight. I didn't know they were for fucking cancer patients. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was like 17 years old. It's like, fuck it, drop it off, give it to me, I'll take it. Well, like 12 hours later, I found myself in CK's coffee shop, which is a after-hours breakfast spot here in Memphis, like barfing my lungs up. Yeah, and it was that considered I was like 120 pounds at the time, so like he was like 260, 270. So my body was just getting rid of it. I was literally my body was refusing that damn pill and got it out of my body. And I went to the fucking studio the next day and I told Juicy, I was like, "So man, you ain't gonna believe this shit, man. I think I slick overdosed last night on one pill." And he looked at me dead serious and he was like, "Write a song about it." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, but don't make it about just that pill. Make it about all pills and just whatever you think you want to hear, just go for it. You got all freedom on this song." And Paul was like, "Yeah, here go the beat, blah, blah, blah. Make a song about it." And it came about. And then, I can look at like YouTube views and shit. And like some of them just got like 80 million views and shit. Like that ain't even my page. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I've actually counted up the YouTube views on just the song Oxycontin on different pages, and I got up to like 160 million and just quit.
Is that a bittersweet feeling to know they have that many views, but they're not on your channel? Or is it like there is satisfaction? It has,
man. It sucks. I'll sit there and look at them views and be like, "Yeah, that's my money, man. Give me my goddamn money."
Yeah, that was my other question too. Like, how well monetization wise does Oxycontin do for you?
Oh, it still does fucking great.
Oh, I'm sure.
It does too.
I'm thinking about dropping some new merch with some lyrics from Oxycontin on it.
Oh, you should, man.
Yeah,
man. It's bad. But what's fucked up is like I've gotten to a point in my life, especially after Mac Miller died, is what really did it for me. I'm done making them over-the-top drug songs that are just, not helping with what the situation is this day and age. You know what I mean? I've probably lost 30 fucking people to opioids in the last 6 years. 30 people in 6 years. Like,
yeah.
But it's just like, I'm always gonna be that Lil Wyte that gave you all that, but I'm just at an age. I'll be 38 this year, bro. I'm a grown ass motherfucking man.
Yeah.
With all that being
health insurance, I got life insurance. Yeah, I finally got my shit together, so it's no point in going backwards. I just want to that's why I feel like the last album I dropped, I didn't have no crazy drug songs on it. It was a very personal album. I feel like
You're talking about Lil Wyte, right? The Lil Wyte album.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that album.
How do you feel about the like the Jelly Roll era, Pop Another Pill?
Oh my God, we had so much fun, bro. Like that's when it all started. Me and Jelly Roll started around that time because when he did Deal or No Deal, the mixtape, I was slick mad at him because he had all this jamming ass music with beats that he just like was stealing off the internet pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember those days.
You know what I mean? I mean, we all did it, but like Jelly would have like a full blown hit on a beat that I done heard 100,000 times. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So once Jelly started, like, I guess more understanding the business side of it and the game side of it, because Jelly always had the rap shit. He's always had the lyrics and the styles and the flow. But the more he's understood the business side of it, the better off he got when it came to putting together projects to make the money back off of it instead of just throwing out some free fucking mixtapes and shit.
Yeah.
Well, when we went down to Panama City and just shot that video, we gave out about, I want to say, 7,000 or 8,000 CDs of Deal or No Deal.
Well, that's still some of my favorite, White and Jelly music to this day.
Oh man, Deal or No Deal, that album is fucking, man. Welcome to the Trap House is still my shit. Like
earlier when you said
I'm gonna jam that shit later, as a matter of fact.
When I brought up Oxycotton and asked you if you thought that would be the song, you said no. What did you think would be the song off Doubt Me Now?
Well, in the city, it kind of was also, but I thought it might go a little, it kind of did. I figured it was going to be Good Old Boys.
Okay.
Because it was more, when like M came out, he was, hi, my name is what? My name is, Slim Shady. And it was real like comical. And it was kind of corny, but there were bars there. And, us being from the South, we took a different approach at it. Paul and Juicy was like, I got an idea, man. I'm finna, because I was talking to him about my godfather's farm out in Brighton, Tennessee. And I'm just talking about how we just go out there and we've always rode 4-wheelers, shotguns, bonfires, moonshine, smoke weed. And he was like, man, that sounds like some Dukes of Hazzard shit. And I was like, man, it kind of is out there. Like, and man, like that kind of sparked the whole idea for the song.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, not to switch topics, but what was that, 4 years ago, my godfather found the sign. It was right when we first got together. So 5 years ago, my godfather finds this like metal sign that would go at the front of like a farm, the ones that hang from the tube up at the top. And it said Thunder Hill Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Thunder Hill Ranch was Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson's old farm back when they were counterfeiting money, growing weed, and making moonshine. And that's the same farm I grew up my whole life on.
Oh, wow.
So for me to write Good Old Boys, a Waylon Jennings song about the farm that Waylon Jennings once owned, pretty fucking deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
I didn't find this shit out for like 5 years ago, till 5 years ago. Like, so yeah, that was, my godfather told me that shit and blew my mind. So, but yeah, I always thought Good Old Boys was gonna, and Good Old Boys really did do good in the city also. Like, it was the first one on the radio. It was funny because DJ Swerve, he was the only white DJ on Hot 107 back in them days, and he stole the record out of the program director's bag so he could break my record first because he wanted to break the white boy in the city. And he put me on what was it, Slam It or Jam It or whatever the fuck it was back in the day. And he said he didn't get a single Slam It. It was all Jam It. And like that was just kind of that moment where I was like, all right, this is fit. And I was actually riding in the car and I never listened to the radio, and I happened to have the radio on that day and actually heard it play on the radio for the first time, like the first time.
Oh wow.
It was just like one of them surreal moments, It was just like, damn, this shit's fixing to happen, man. Let's do this.
Did you ever want to like pursue a country rap, type deal? Because when you think Lil Wyte, you don't think country rap. Of course, it's got that southern sound, but
right.
3/6, then
Well, I did an interview about probably about 2 years ago. We were somewhere out of town, and dude was like, he was talking about country rap and hip hop and all that shit, and he was just like, I think you started that shit, didn't you? I was like, hey man, I'm not gonna take credit for that, but Good Old Boys was one of the first.
Yeah,
that's
what
country rap songs like ever. Period.
Mhm.
And I mean, of course, we had Stack out back then. We had Bubba Sparks out back then, but it was something about that Dukes of Hazzard that just took you to that nostalgic, that place. God
Yeah.
damn, I was like, who the fuck is in my door? It's Big Nate. He's 6'10". But no, like, yeah, man. I never thought Oxycotton was gonna be the one that took over though.
So what was the plan after Oxycotton? Like when he saw the success that it had, what was the next move for Lil Wyte?
Well, it's funny because Oxycotton didn't really get the success that it has. I mean, it was always what they call, even in magazines and news articles, they would call it a cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
When truthfully, Oxycontin didn't really shoot off until the epidemic with opioids took off higher and bigger. You know what I mean? Like when it's like the more people that died off Oxycontin, the more fucking views I was getting. And it was like one of those gift and curse. You know what I mean? Like I hated seeing it. I had a mother come up to my fucking autograph table one day here in Memphis. We were signing autographs for the one and only, the third album. Okay. And Paul and Juicy had the Maybach and the Rolls Royce back in right here at the little record store. We got red carpet rolled out, and this bitch walks up to my table and she said, "You killed my son." And I was like, "What? Fuck you mean? How did I've been here all day, bitch. I didn't kill your son." It was like, "Well, he died from overdosing on Oxycontin, and you were his favorite rapper." I was like, "Bitch, you probably killed your son. He probably got him from your cabinet." Like even M said that shit. Where the fuck you think you picked up the habit? All you had to do was go in the room and lift up the mattress. Like, come on, man. I was like this. Mm-hmm. But when I came home that night, that shit kind of really did fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, and this was like years ago. Like this was 10, 12 years ago. But it really kind of fucked with me enough to where I went home and I was like, don't let that fucking bitch in your head. Fuck her. Like he probably loved you. Don't worry about that bitch. Like,
all right, so go ahead. Well, no, you're fine. So when you said that story, and then earlier during the interview, you said that when Mac Miller passed away, it kind of made you like really think about things. So I'm guessing through your whole entire career, you've had a bunch of stories like that woman that came at your autograph table and said, your music or you yourself killed my son, and it kind of just got to you internally. Now, how did that make you feel when you heard that?
I mean, like it was fucked up. It was fucked up because everybody that was like Paul and Juicy were standing right there. Like Fraser Boy was there. I want to say Chat was there. Like everybody was like standing there. Like, it's my bad. I got people pulling out of my house and I can see out, and I'm trying to.
No, you're fine.
But now, it for a while it didn't really bother me. Mm-hmm. And the night that Mac Miller died, I had a show in Akron, Ohio, I think.
Okay.
But it was the day Mac died, and I got up on stage. You know what I'm saying? I dedicated this show to Mac Miller. Blah blah blah. I started rocking the show, and like halfway through the show, I realized I was about 2 or 3 songs in, and I realized that I was gonna close the show with Oxycotton, which that's how I always close my show because that's how the fans. That's how the fans want it. And I'm like, I just stopped the music, and I was like, "Look, man, I can't end my show tonight with Oxycotton knowing my brother just died from an overdose of some fentanyl."
Yeah.
And I literally sat down on the stage. I fucking talked to the crowd for 10, 15 minutes, teared up, got the shit out my chest. Told them I'll make the show up, but tonight we're not ending the show on a song about basically overdosing when I just dedicated the show to my brother. And me and him were supposed to do music and shit. You know what I mean? It was something that I felt like I needed to do as an artist. I had to stand for something. You know what I mean? Like,
I understand completely.
And when we left the town that next morning, my wife was on the phone with the club owner or the general manager or something, and he was just on some real shit. He was like, I wish all artists felt like that sometimes. He was like, you didn't do nothing wrong. I was like, look, man, I got you, bro. We'll come back up here. I'll get my own hotel rooms. I'll pay for my own travel. You ain't got to do shit. I'll make this show up.
Mhm.
But I just couldn't do it. And ever since then, I've just said pretty much I'll do a feature here and there about getting fucked up and shit, but it ain't gonna be no more on my album. It's just about getting fucked up. I got too much other shit I could be talking about that I'm actually grateful for. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I understand completely. I mean, like, especially in hip hop, there's so many cases of that. Like with Future, when he did the album with Juice WRLD, Juice WRLD said, I started drinking lean because of you. And then,
Right.
fast forward a few months later, and then, Juice WRLD passes away. And not to mention recently, we had Lil Peep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From overdose.
So the Peep shit hit me kind of hard because like 2 weeks after he died, what's dude's name? Smoke a Sack or whatever from overseas or whatever.
Yeah,
Smoke a
his
Sack.
producer.
Yeah, the producer. He sent me a clip of a song that was unreleased where Pete actually shouted out the lyrics of Oxycotton in his verse.
Yeah, and he shouted out Lil Wyte also.
Yeah. He shouted me out on it, and I'd never heard it. I was like, what the fuck? It was come to find out it was unreleased. And when I heard that, it was just like, again, it was one of the moments where you're just like, damn, did I do that? You know what I mean? It's fucked up to say it like that, but it's kind of like, did I have something to do with that? Like,
It's
no. Everybody has their own lives. You're good.
no matter what, that song will always be a part of culture, but you have to separate songs that people have heard and their actions. It's
For
like
sure.
it's like
For
the
sure.
argument where parents are like, I don't want my kids playing Grand Theft Auto. It's like because they're gonna grow up shooting and killing people. That's not the case. Your
No, it's
actions determine that, not things you've done. Like I don't know.
Or listen to or
Yeah.
watch or
No, you're right. You're totally right, for sure. I mean, me and DJ Paul's, like when the stuff with Mac Miller happened, and with the stuff with Pete. I talk to Paul on a regular basis. He's like a real father to me. He always gives me good advice and never steer me in the wrong direction. So when all the shit happened with Mac, me and him were talking. And it wasn't me like at all like being like weird with him about our music. It was just like, I think I'm finna stop rapping about certain things. He was like, you can't be like that. He was like, you are the voice for a lot of people that don't have a voice. I was like, yeah, but at the same time, if I could do something a little more positive, I'm down. He was like, well, I'm down with whatever you're down with, but our fans like the crazy ratchet shit. So I was like,
well, I think you can do both. You just have to find a balance.
You can. I'm a Libra. I can balance that shit out.
Yeah.
I want to take a minute and address the comments. We've got some comments. People want to ask you some questions, and I want to give them the chance to speak.
Yeah.
We've got
first off, is the fish ready?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to promo.
We've got
no, go ahead.
Hustle from Chicago says, "What's up?"
Hustle, what's up, my brother? Tattoo.
Your brother TJ from Freak Show Entertainment says, "What's up?"
Yeah.
We've got Matt Webb asking, "Will White be working with Paul and Juicy J anytime soon?"
Yes, I will be. Me and Paul are talking about doing a 6-song EP soon.
Okay.
And then we've got one more. Jay Smith says, "Why is Finally Famous so hard to get? I bought the hard copy when it came out and have never saw the CD since."
That's such a good question, Jay. You said his name Jay?
Jay Smith.
Jay Smith, yeah.
That's a good question, Jay Smith, and I do have the actual answers. So when we dropped Finally Famous, I was under Asylum Records, who was a granddaughter company off of Warner Brothers. Well, after we dropped like that album, Fraser Boy's album, a couple more rap albums, Mike Jones, Paul Wall, back in them days and shit, the company, I want to say, went bankrupt.
Okay.
So like it wasn't nothing to do with Paul and Juicy. It was like that one album was owned by Warner Brothers basically and Asylum Records. And when they went bankrupt, they had all the hard copies and all the other shit. And to be honest, it's just easier for you to listen off YouTube than for me to go put that album on Spotify. It's like it really is. I'd have to pay a shit ton of money to get that album on Spotify.
I get it.
But that's a good question. Everybody asks me that shit all the time. And it's the only one nobody can find, which kind of makes it even better, I think.
It'd be good, probably like in the future, just to find a way to put it out free if you can. Like,
I've got somebody working on it. I've had somebody working on it now for a few months because I get that question a lot.
Okay. All right, man. So we've touched on a lot of things, and we're not going to try to, depress you the whole entire time with like Oxycotton and
Oh,
like.
no, you're good, brother. I stay stressed out. It's okay. No, I'm
All
joking. I'm actually not very stressed today. I'm doing all right.
So I don't know how true this exactly is. So when we were looking up stuff for Lil Wyte to ask, something came up about how you had the opportunity to write "Hard Out Here for a Pimp," but you turned it down. Was
I
that
didn't
true?
turn it down. Well, that's like halfway true. So I was at the studio and I was supposed to write the song, but at the time I was going through some very, very bad baby mama drama. I was a family man at the time, and they want me to write this song about pimping. And I had all this shit on my mind because I knew me and my baby mama were splitting up, and I got to figure out what I'm doing in my life and my kids and everything. And Fraser Boy walked in the studio, literally asked me what the song was about. I told him. He looked at me and he was like, "It's hard out here for a pimp."
Hey,
And,
White.
I literally got up and I was like, "I'm good. I'm leaving. Y'all got this shit."
Hey, White. So I told you we had a surprise for you. I brought up the little comments in the Facebook section, people asking comments, but we've got somebody that wants to ask you a question.
All right.
And here he is.
I knew it was Houlihan. I knew it was you, motherfucker. I knew it was.
What are you doing, Houlihan?
Man, chilling like a villain, looking at the ceiling, bumping Bob Dylan.
Bubba,
Yep.
I gotta ask you a serious question now.
Oh, fuck. I hate it when you do this shit to me.
Listen, when they come to see you the other day, when Grove Hero brought you that shirt, did you get some fish too?
No, I wanted to. I told him I'm gonna pull down on him though, for sure.
That I was jealous.
Dude, that shit fucked me up. Look, I got the shirt on right now, man. You gotta promote. It's the fish ready.
It's the fish ready. Little hand, garbage
Guess
day.
who over here though? Guess who over here though?
The fish is ready, Bubba.
Oh, what are you doing, Bubba?
Making it happen, baby. Making it happen.
How long you been out of Canada?
Probably like a week or two.
Yeah, it's been out about a week.
I was just in Nashville yesterday, looking for you.
Oh,
He said he was in Nashville yesterday looking for you.
man, barely missed it. Hey, look at the
Hey.
CONVO-19 set. Look y'all set's getting bigger, Bubba. This is big.
I mean, it's
Hey
not
man, hey,
a
I'm
month.
glad you're on here so I can say this in front of everybody. So fucking proud of you, bro.
Loving it.
I love
So
you,
fucking proud of you, bro.
Stop it!
When
Go,
when
go,
Austin-
go.
When Austin brought up, he said, I think it would be dope to have Jelly Roll on to ask Lil Wyte a question. Maybe a question that, I mean, I'm sure y'all have so much time together that y'all know a lot about each other. But I thought it would be super dope to bring y'all on, like, as a surprise for Wyte and just a surprise for Jelly, too. Like, is there anything that you've never asked Lil Wyte that you're curious about?
Oh,
Is there
fuck.
one question?
I'll be honest. You got to realize in the early days, Lil Wyte and I lived in a conversion van together for years.
We talked about last time on the podcast about you kept going through transmissions in your van.
Yeah, listen. I don't mean a Sprinter. I don't mean Winnebago. I mean a real
A van.
Southern Comfort.
A van down by the river.
And it was literally, yeah, exactly. And it was literally like 4 of us in that motherfucker. Some nights it was just 3 of us. It was literally just me, White, and somebody else, and we was rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, getting to it.
If you
No, man.
spend time in the car with somebody, you not only ask them stuff, you start making shit up.
Man, it's crazy that we actually had you both on here at one time. We basically have the no filter gang right here.
No,
Oh, it's
no
happening.
filter gang.
White and them was cooking on it probably they sent me a message about 2 weeks ago. He was in the studio working on it.
Oh, yeah, we got the shit set
Might
up
be-
over here right now.
Studio at his house.
You better
Well,
believe it.
we out
I
here.
mean, like right here.
Yeah, literally.
Can we get a funny story from the Pop Another Pill era?
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Don't do nothing don't say nothing to piss nobody off in here, Jelly. My wife's right here. Don't be a dick.
He know what stories I got from that era. That's why.
Okay, how about no embarrassing, no incriminating?
That's cool, man.
Listen, back then we called Lil Wyte scumbag McGillicuddy. That dude.
He never called me that. Scumbag McGillicuddy? Where did you come up with this
McGillicuddy.
shit?
All right, man. Let's talk about what about the No Filter days? You got any crazy stories from No Filter 1 to No Filter 2 that you want to talk about?
I'll tell you this story. Do you know the beginning of the Break the Knob Off video where we acted like Lil Wyte was passed out in the elevator?
Yeah.
That was based on a true story. We just acted some shit that really happened. But my favorite Lil Wyte drunk story is this one right here. One night they couldn't find Lil Wyte. And what had happened was the next morning they figured it out. He had got off on the wrong floor, but had the right room number, right? So he was like, let's say his room was 316. He was on the 4th floor outside of room 416 trying to make his key work. And when his key didn't work, he just sat down and fell asleep in the hallway. And we were frantic panic mode the next morning that he was completely AWOL. Listen, the rumors of Lil Wyte back, he's a totally different guy. And that's what I told y'all on this podcast last time. Lil Wyte is happy and married and with his kids all the time. He got a big ass swimming pool in his backyard.
It is.
I got the pool no more.
These songs before then that you heard him talk about these wild party stories were all true. Realized then, because I was still, getting my feet wet. I was still green behind the ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you this. Now that I partied with pretty much everybody, none of these dudes can fuck with Lil Wyte. Lil Wyte and prime time, anybody else who drank or did drugs, it wasn't even comparative. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Totally.
I don't know whether to be proud or embarrassed or.
All right, so now we both have you on here. Jelly, I got a question for you. What is your favorite Lil Wyte song?
My favorite Lil Wyte song?
Yeah.
Hold on. I was listening to it yesterday. I got a new one. Hold on.
You got a new one?
Yeah, I meant to text it to you when I was bumping that motherfucker. I got a new favorite Lil Wyte song. Hold on. Literally, like it just came with my playlist yesterday. I know I got y'all on hold. I'm sorry.
No, you good. We're just talking.
Yesterday.
Like I said, man, when this idea came about, this was so last minute because we were supposed to do this interview last weekend. And I'm kind of glad it got pushed back so we could actually do this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And man, this is just, it's an awesome feeling to have you both on here right now.
It was keep going. Keep going. Put that motherfucker on like 4 times.
What's up?
Hey, you know what?
I put that mother. It was one of those that I had to double back and go, man, I must have overlooked that one the first time I listened to the record. Play that motherfucker on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, brother. That's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm glad you started doing it more. Was singing, like for real. Like I still remember. I just told somebody this shit the other day. I remember we were riding back from some city. There was a chick in the car. You started singing. She won't feel that pain no more. And that chick started boo-hooing.
Right.
I was like, Jelly? Like, you got a chick crying in your front seat, man. Like, this is what you need to do more of. Because that was right when you were transitioning into, like, you done did all the trap music. You were the god of that shit. We know that. And then when you transition, bro, like, and you're still transitioning, and I fucking love it. I read somewhere where somebody said the longer Jelly's beard gets, the better his music gets. That's one of the funniest things ever, because that bitch is getting serious over there.
Yeah, I'm letting that motherfucker grow.
But
no, I think
I'm just proud of where you're at, bro.
When I sung Pain No More, y'all were like, you should do that. You should do that. I was tripping, just holding back on it. But yeah, you were totally in the right lane.
And
but
not only that, like it was so jamming. It was one of them songs where I remember you even asked me, you were like, you want to get on the second verse? I said, fuck no, this is a story, bro. This is all you. I said, this is you, Bubba. That's what you do right there. Like you had this chick crying in the front seat and you didn't have no beat playing.
But that's what separates you from was your mentality, where most artists would have heard a good song and be like, oh, I have to be on that. But for an artist to be able to step aside and go, no, that record's better off this way. You were always
to see somebody win too, man. I want to see you win. I like seeing my people win, and bro, right now you're fucking winning, baby. For real. I'm so happy, bro. It's like you post shit, and I'm just like, what did Johnny Cashville say yesterday? He said, "Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna stop him?" Who's gonna stop my brother Jelly Roll from getting it? I was like, nobody.
Oh, sorry, I got too excited. listen. But listen, I was telling somebody the same thing about you. They said, "What do you think kept White relevant all these years?" I said, "One, White has never been White is a visionary. He has no problem changing. Like White will follow. If every time you listen to White, like it's when I heard the Keep Going record, I was like, yo, this is what I'm talking about, man. Because bro, you've been doing this a long time. You know what I'm saying? And you still will get in there and recreate, reinvent. You'll stay true to who you've been as an artist your whole career, but you'll always put a new flair on it. You'll always put a new look on it. You'll always come back with something crazy. Like when you came out with Plot Thickens. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I was like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? I see that shit.
I can't even do it.
I was like, this.
Jelly gave Lil Wyte a bunch of flowers on his episode on CONVO-19. We had a whole segment of him talking about just Lil Wyte.
Yeah.
His Lil Wyte.
Yeah. For real. That
I
it
feel
just
the same way, brother. I feel the same
works
way.
with a lot of people now. And now that I'm getting older, you look back and you really kind of look at the whole storyline of how it works, and you see how everybody panned out and how people act and their mentality. And it's easy to figure out why certain people win because they love to see people win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So, right.
Like I said that on that episode. White is one of those dudes that when he talks about something that happened 15 years ago, it's for us to laugh about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, ain't no bullshit behind it. Fuck no.
Yeah.
We've had our problems. We've had our bad days. We've had our good ones.
But you know the cool
thing,
fuck music, that's friendship, right?
Yeah, no, that's brotherhood.
Yeah, that's brotherhood. That's like the thing is, I tell people you don't have a relationship with somebody till you had a conflict with them.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
It's like when you date it's all good to that first big argument. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's all back rubs and blowjobs to the first time you get caught with your pants around your ankle and it gets real. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I miss you so much, brother.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing this week? You staying down there? How long is country down there for?
What, you leave Monday?
Yeah, I gotta go to that class Monday.
You gotta go to a class Monday.
Like 2 days Monday?
Like 48 hours Monday.
No, like
I'll be back right after the 21st.
He should be back on the 21st.
Let's link. Either hey country, either bring them to me or I'll get Boston to bring me to y'all.
Okay.
Either or.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt your guys' conversation, but I do have a question I want to ask both of you.
My bad. We done took over your show and shit. I'm sorry, man.
I forgot we was on a podcast, man.
No, you're fine. Well, I was letting you guys talk. So
Like, chopping it up.
No, man, that's great that we brought y'all on here and we get to see y'all interact like this.
No, but I do have a question. So, you guys have known each other for so long, and you guys have worked together for so long. Has there been any complications you guys have had working together in the past, and then
like putting the friendship aspect?
Putting the friendship with the business.
Like,
Oh no. When it comes to music, no. I think
it was always bad business people around us.
Mm-hmm.
White, yeah, period, 100%. White and we are notoriously good at picking the wrong people to represent us. You know what I'm saying?
Joe even told us that back in the early music, you didn't get much of your money.
Yeah, I told him that on the podcast. White seen it. People didn't believe it until I said it. It was like, bro, we don't need to like.
Hey, this shit just happened. Rittz just FaceTimed me out of nowhere.
Well, hey, Rittz, I've been waiting on a FaceTime for Rittz for fucking a week now, 3 days. Rittz, man.
Well, hey, I don't know if Rittz can hear us, but what up, Rittz? It's the CONVO-19 podcast. How's it going, man?
I can't make this shit up.
Hey, gotta go by now.
Gotta go by. He said, gotta go by.
Wow.
Man, tell you all about something. What up, man?
Love you, Bubba. We got a beater coming out Friday.
Yo, man, love you back, man. You fucking killing it, man. Video.
Hey, while he's there, tell him we need him on the podcast.
Thank you so much, bro.
Oh yeah, for real.
They said they want you on the podcast soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll send them to you. I'll send them to you.
All right, perfect.
I never do the FaceTime shit. I'm sorry.
I know you don't never do FaceTime. That's why I answered, because we're on with Jelly Roll. We got one 2/3 of the snowmobiles in this bitch.
This is it. Hey, listen, shameless plug. Me and Rittz got a banger coming out on Thursday, y'all.
Oh, that's what's up. We'll definitely have to share it and stay tuned.
My favorite feature on the record, for real, for real.
And also, Ritt's got an album coming out soon. Picture Perfect, right?
Yes, sir. Picture perfect.
All right, man. We'll wait for it. And yeah, man. Hopefully we can have you on soon, Rittz.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. You just like, hey, I had to go. I had to go and join you in.
Hey, the one time I do this shit, you go, oh, now I'm on the fucking street. Hey.
He don't ever FaceTime me. As soon as he does, we're on a podcast.
I've never FaceTime this motherfucker.
Yes, you did one night. Very, very, very fucked up at 4 a.m.
I mean, I FaceTime it, but not on a regular basis. FaceTime me all the time like a freak, you know.
It's all good, man. You're my broski. You're my broski.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. But yo, I was gonna call him and tell him I'm sending him a track like in a minute. So
Sit it on, brother.
yeah, man. Hey, Jelly, bro, man. Thank you again, bro. I can't wait till the video drops, man. Congrats, dog. Keep killing it, man. It's dope. I chimed in right now. I feel crazy.
You're good. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all, man.
All right, I'll hit you later, brother. I love you.
All right, bro. Love you back, bro.
That was ironic.
Look, if y'all think that feels crazy, imagine how
Be real. Did you do that? Did you do something like that? You marketing genius?
Celebrities and shit.
Yo, it's crazy because I sent him a copy of the video. What's today, y'all? Saturday?
Saturday, yeah. The 12th.
So I sent him a copy of the video Thursday. And he hit me and was like, yo, this motherfucker's it. I was like, cool, I'm dropping it next week. He was like, dude, fuck yeah. I was like, cool, hit me when you get a chance. So that's why I was like, oh, wait, this motherfucker FaceTime me 48 hours. But,
What's funny is, look, me and him have a no FaceTime rule because back in the day, one of us would be fucked up before he got sober.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd fuck around and FaceTime this man after a night of just full blown going hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'd answer the FaceTime and he'd be full blown fucking fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd have to cut the FaceTime short because we'd start like just jabbering on about nothing. So I was
Listen,
like,
we've
all right, I won't FaceTime. I told him, I said, I ain't gonna FaceTime you no more. Don't worry. And this man just FaceTime me while we was on. That was good. That was good shit. That was awesome promo, man.
Bro, man, you can't make that stuff happen.
Yeah, you can't plan that shit.
Yeah.
That shit just happened, y'all. I swear to God.
it couldn't.
The only person that can make it happen is this guy right there. Him. He might call Rittz, like call White right now on FaceTime.
Listen, now, listen. But I'm glad it happened because check this out. Loneliness, the video is coming out Thursday of this week.
Golf clap.
The
Yeah, man.
song,
Hold on, I got you.
There you go. Golf clap.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, it's a crazy song. But yeah, now me and White, every problem we ever had was always just the wrong people around.
Listen, we've got
The
a
music
shit.
business, the music business is weird, right? Because there's the artist and the art, and then there's the people that try to come in and exploit that to make their own gains.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? It's really that easy, right? It's the old-fashioned joke
You're
of
right,
the art
bro.
commerce, you know? So it's like, that's the problem. And it's always the dudes who don't actually have any talent to bring to the table that cause the most problems.
Yeah. No,
That's
that makes
true.
Right.
They just get in the way of the
We've
You know
got
what
so
I'm
many people watching right now, and the comment I'm seeing a lot is people want to know when the No Filter 3 is coming.
Bro,
Boom.
bullshit. White hit me like I swear it's probably 2 weeks ago. He sent me a picture of the studio at the crib and was like, "Yo, I'm cooking up right now for No Filter." I was like, "Cool, I got some shit in the Dropbox too."
Mm-hmm.
But the problem we're gonna have is we're gonna have to do not a problem. What we probably gonna have to do is how we've always done it.
Wait till this bullshit's over and go on the road.
Yeah.
You gotta hit the road, Jack.
No, man, this is such a good question to ask. So, ever since, COVID-19 first popped out, how has that affected the career of Lil Wyte?
23 3-6 Mafia reunion shows had to be canceled. That was $150,000 out of my pocket. More than that? 23? Way more? Nate said bullshit. 28. Nate said 28.
Yeah, man, I was hot for that show. I remember seeing it being promoted in Memphis, and I'm like, damn, that's going to be wild.
Man, Golly, dog. Could you imagine fucking the biggest reunion for like South music? The only thing that could make it bigger is Outkast went out with them. You know
Or
what I'm
if
saying?
Pimp C just came back from the dead and did Sipping on Scissor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, dude. Oh man, just
I mean,
pain.
there's already fucking sold out shows. We had what 2 shows in LA back to bike. Okay, like 3 of them. What? A Friday, Saturday, Sunday. God.
And damn, COVID had to ruin everything.
I mean, so what are
No,
the
I
chances?
think the whole reason COVID exists is because 3-6 Mafia got back together. Like, it makes
So-
sense. Like God and the devil wasn't gonna let that happen twice.
Is there a chance, you know, those shows are still gonna happen?
Fuck yeah, it is. We ain't stopping. This has gotta happen.
Oh man, it has to be so legendary.
No, it's beyond.
Why?
It's iconic. It's fucking. It's
Wild
the
Man.
only thing that can make it better is if Lord and Coop was still alive, but they ain't. But so we all we can do is make the best out of it. But at the same time, like the shows that we did go and do, the ones in Minnesota and Denver and Atlanta, and the one here in Memphis, like it was off the fucking meat rack, man. They were amazing shows, like. And I was just proud to be a part of the fucking opening act of the 3-6 Mafia reunion tour. You know what I mean? Like that shit's impressive.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's one of those things you don't need to sell yourself short. You're history of 3-6 Mafia.
Oh no, I
100.
know. That's not what I'm saying about. Like,
White is the most humble dude I've ever met in my life.
Mhm.
And that's why he can walk out his back door right now and he got a pool that look like he could be in the YMCA.
All right, man. So we have all these comments that have been pouring in ever since the podcast started. It's not even counting when Jelly Roll popped in and then when Rittz popped in.
let's
So-
roll through some of these good ones then.
Wild Man Memphis Mark wants to know.
Fuck Mark. He already knows everything.
He said he wants to know where your neck went. he said you
me?
all getting on.
Mine? My
Yeah.
neck or Jelly's? Jelly's never had a neck. Jelly's got a beard now.
Oh, I think he's talking about White Jelly.
I'm hiding it.
Look, Mark texting me now. Don't be fucking texting me while you look. Messaging me and texting. I mean, talking to y'all. No, don't do that shit, bro.
He always
text back.
he
By
said
the way-
he wants to know when's the next time you're making your famous ribs.
No, bro, you can't ask me where the fuck who said that? Today. Who said that?
Wild Man Memphis Mark.
Okay, well, Wild Man Memphis Mark was just the same person asking where my fucking neck went. With that being said, Mark, I'm cooking ribs today, but your ass ain't coming from Nashville, you garbage ass motherfucker.
Kyle Bernier says it would be infamous if we could hear a freestyle.
Never.
All right, man. So we got
Jelly to become a writer. Like we're not freestyling no more. If the PO asks, he hangs drywall. We all know that.
That shirt's available at jellyroll615.com.
why? Any
Man,
merch?
listen, man, I love y'all. I just came to tell Houlihan I loved him and I miss him, and I look forward to doing No Filter 3. And the goal is for us to get in the room like we always do. We're going to spend about 2. You know what we should do this time, White? We should take the families and get like one of them just big-ass beach houses or a cabin.
Down. You know I work better on the beach.
Yeah.
Beach
But listen, though.
slum is what I am.
I love you, White, Georgie, Keith, blessings, babies. I'm going to hop off here and let White finish his thing. I love you, White. Tell Miss White I love her.
Too, brother.
Tell
She
Country
heard
love
you. Tell Bunny we love her too.
Yeah, Jelly, man.
Jelly, thank you so much for doing this.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Good looking, brother. Good looking.
Anytime, baby. I couldn't miss a chance to come fuck with Houlihan. Listen, y'all, those y'all that don't know, White loves it when you call him Houlihan.
No, I don't. Only Jelly can call me Houlihan, bro. Only Jelly.
I love you, brother, man.
You had my son calling me Houlihan the other day, motherfucker. I love you, bro. Be safe.
All right, peace.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. All right, man. That was legendary.
Beyond legendary.
That Rittz thing.
No one's actually ever done that. Nobody.
Bro,
no, I
it's
mean,
one
like we used to. Well, like if we were on the road and we were at a radio station or something, you could get me and Jelly on the air once. But
Mhm.
like no one's ever done that. Not y'all are the first. So congratulations, gentlemen. Like
Oh man, so
And we
literally,
had Rittz in the building too. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like,
man, you should have seen the view count start going up the second every time a drop came in.
no, that was impressive. Like, Rittz just called because he texted me this morning and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you this beat tonight for this project he's working on."
Mhm.
And he never FaceTimes me because we have a man rule. We don't FaceTime.
Yeah.
But somebody saw my phone, said Rittz, and just threw it at me.
That's what I'm saying, man. Higher power, man. It's a higher power.
That was beyond higher power, bro. That was fucking divine intervention. That shit was supposed to be.
Oh, definitely, man. So now we can get back to the podcast.
Lil Wyte and Rittz in one interview at the same time. That shit's impossible. I'm talking about like 2020 starting to look all right these days.
No, man. So it got to the point where we were like, man, I don't even want to ask any questions because like it felt like you guys were really just catching.
Sorry, we have that ability of taking over the interview. We've done it before because we kind of already know what most people want to ask us. And I'm not saying that like cocky. I'm being just like Jelly has the ability to like kind of like steal the show without stealing the show. You know what I mean? Like, Jelly could come in and be like, "Hey, fuckers," and you're like, "Oh, it's a party now."
No, man, I get it. I mean, and it was just
chemistry. It's that good chemistry. Even when Rittz chimed in, it's still that good chemistry. All three of us got music together. We're all three family. We all fuck with each other on a off the music side of things. You know what I mean? Like we really fuck with each other.
no, man. I mean, it's
Rittz
one of those.
Invited me to his wedding, bro. Like,
no, man, it was a real moment. It's one of those things. Like it's great to see that you guys still have such a great friendship out, with the business.
I think that I feel you on that. That was good to see because it was very genuine. It wasn't even Rittz was like, "Oh shit, are y'all on a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Fuck,
bro." Let me tell you this. So when we texted Jelly about coming on, now I was like, man, I don't even know if he'll even get this in time because this was yesterday when they had the idea. He texted me immediately and said, "I would love to." And I was like, "Oh, damn, dope." So we've just been talking about, the right time to come on and getting schedules right. It actually worked out perfectly.
Man, look, there will never be a bad word come out of my mouth about Jelly Roll.
Oh, definitely.
What we went through, and we went through some bullshit. Like me and him had some brotherly bullshit go down. But it's like he just said, like 99% of that was we had the wrong people around us on our personal side. Like I had the wrong person around me, and he had the wrong person around him, so it made us bump heads. When really, it was the motherfuckers trying to, put the things in our pot, really. And when me and Jelly are just stirring our own pot, dinner's gonna come out delicious.
In the rap game, there's so many snakes in the grass.
Bro, you heard my
music in
song.
general.
I talked about these snakes in the grass, cut their head off.
Now that I've got somebody here that's been in the game for a super long time, I want to ask you this. What are some things you should look for? Like, what are some things that should be alarming when you're starting
red
to work?
Flags, like a red flag
Yeah.
when you're trying to work with somebody? All right, this is number one. Materialistic spending. Materialistic spending. If you're around somebody that wants to wear a different pair of shoes every day of the week and don't know how to keep a bill paid for lights and some shit, that's a fucking red flag. If you know a motherfucker that literally will buy a QP of good weed to sell 3/4 to smoke for free, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
If you see somebody that's willing to, I don't know, speak for you when it's contractual information, when you don't even know this is going down and some bad things happen and there's nothing you can say for it, that's a fucking red flag.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I like to think that the people that are watching this, because I did research on y'all show. I'm not no fucking idiot. When I saw my brother on here, I saw y'all shit before Jelly was on here, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But Jelly was the first one. I literally sat here at the house. I pulled it up on fucking Fire Stick and I watched the whole interview, which was amazing, by the way. Good, very, very good interview because Jelly knows how to. Like I said, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but there's certain things that Jelly watched me do in the beginning that he learned, and he never changed it because he knew that I was only trying to show him shit that needed to be done. And Jelly, like he said, he was wet behind the ears when he first started. Jelly would jump out with a gun on him if he could have at a gas station, but he was on probation. Like, Jelly, leave the fucking gun in the truck, bro. When me and Jelly first hit the road, Jelly bought an iPhone, a Samsung, and another phone. And he had like 3 phones he'd work while we were doing 85 down the road when we're driving in the van he was talking about.
Yeah, man.
I'd be like, hey, Jelly, can you focus on the road a little bit? You got 3 phones in your lap. And, you know, I don't text when I drive because I got the whole family in the van.
No, I get it.
You're literally on MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter at the same time. Like, I need your attention. And next thing you know, we hit a deer. Boom. Somebody said, I didn't hit that deer, Bubba.
No, man.
We pulled up to the hotel room, bro. Bambi's tail was in the grill.
No, man, for real. The
There was
podcast
a
game for
whole chunk of deer fur in our grill. I say, hey, Bubba, you hit that fucking deer, bro. Like, you hit that goddamn deer.
Yeah, no, man. This podcast game has been super crazy for us because I felt like we're doing the right things, in my opinion. And then people are showing genuine love. Like, you know, Jelly messaged us and said you want to come on. You messaged us and said you wanted to come on. We recently had
Well, no, y'all have a cool ass little chill environment too. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are just some country ass fucking good old boys in the sticks, like just out there trying to, you know, share what y'all know and share y'all's knowledge and get it out to the people and shit. And I like it. I think it's dope.
I mean, we appreciate.
I also liked it more. Like when I saw Jelly's interview, I thought y'all did it very well. Like y'all didn't put my brother on a spot for a bunch of shit that he shouldn't be bringing up. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's not necessarily, you know, what we try to do.
No, I know.
There are questions we have.
Actually, because even after y'all did Jelly texted me. He was like, he sent me the link to what he was talking about me about and shit. And he was like, bro, they're good people, bro. You need to do one with them. I was like, for sure, I got them.
Oh, man, we appreciate that a lot from Jelly also. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's been a very surreal moment for all of us and having all these people on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and man,
that was pretty surreal for me too. Like I've never been in an interview with Jelly Roll and Rittz at the same time. That's pretty cool.
But I do have a question for you. So when we did have Jelly on, he did talk about how, and you kind of touched on earlier, like when white music was first kind of started, you had the wrong people around you. That was where you were going to get most of your money. Where's white music today?
Literally in my wife's back pocket. Very safe and secure. There's nobody signed to white music right now. There will be shortly.
Okay.
I'm not gonna miss opportunities in life of good things. Okay.
You have anybody?
I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the motherfucker behind the screen that's talking about me. Like,
yeah. I know what you mean. But
well, no, but at the same time, no. I know what you're saying. So white music is pretty much, I'm not gonna say dissolved. I just I'm not doing no label shit right now because for one, I can't deal with egos.
Yeah.
I can't deal with egos because, like Jelly said, I'm one of the humblest people he knows. So when you take somebody who's humble, who's accomplished what I've accomplished, who's done what I've done, who's made the money I've made fucking a shit ton of money. I've accomplished a lot of shit. I got some awesome fucking, acquirements I received from the fucking music business, but at the same time, dealing with someone else's ego is fucking hard to do. The only person's ego I can actually deal with these days is the person that's standing right there. And the person that you can't see is Andrew Sano, and he's my producer who made the last whole album. We're both Libras, so we both bump heads a lot, but we can actually deal with each other's egos because we know that once we sober up the next morning, everything will be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, man.
The wife runs everything right now, and that's why a lot of motherfuckers are sick, bro. A lot of people get mad at me when I put my wife, who has a fucking college degree in business management, merchandise, or no, marketing, yeah, and she's a fucking full blown wound care nurse. So I put my fucking all my eggs in the basket that made the most sense because that basket had my interests top of the line. It was top of the charts, you know, like she made sure I had insurance. She made sure I had health insurance. She made sure that she was gonna take care of everything from now on because at least I know where the fucking money's going. I know where the fucking money's coming from and I know where it's going because the wife is running shit right now. And anybody that don't like that, I'm sure they're watching it right now and it's fine with me. The reason why the wife is running it is because she's smarter than you and she's gonna do it right.
Oh man,
I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that I know is watching right now.
oh no, man, I understand completely how it is.
What's up with OG White Kush?
Nothing. It's extinct. Yeah, it's an endangered species. It's actually just an endangered species. I still got some seeds.
Do you have any other strains out at the moment?
No, not right now because like I got well, all right, so when I did OG White Kush, I was up back and forth from Michigan with Trevor.
Yep.
Goodman. I'll say his fucking name. I don't care. But he was a dude boy. You know what I'm saying? He was a super fan. He was that guy, and you know, I only made a little bit of money off of it, but he made a lot more, so I had to let his ass go. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't profitable for me, like because for one, I live in Memphis, so I can't get a lot of money off of Michigan grown marijuana because I'll get indicted and then I'll go to fucking jail for some shit I should not be going to jail for.
Yeah.
Well, however, I do have a new strain I've been thinking about working on with Jackie Chain.
Okay.
Man, what's up with Jackie Chain lately? That's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
I really haven't either.
Jackie Chain runs his own fucking weed farm with like 7,000 plants, and he's got a fucking documentary coming out on fucking Amazon Prime in 13 days called Croptober. And what's weird is that's
Hey.
album.
It's crazy you just said Croptober because we got one more guest.
And it's Instigator. I already know who it is. I already know. I heard his laugh before I could see his face.
Yeah, where you at?
He's in a goddamn basement or something where Jeepers Creepers lives. That's just extra dark.
Yeah, Instigator, we're gonna have to kick you off if we can't see a picture.
No, you kick my brother off and you fucking restart his page.
Here we go. Here we go.
See? Don't do that. This has been a star-studded event, guys. Congratulations. You motherfuckers are doing great these days.
You know, Instigator has been actually talking to us daily about ideas and stuff he wants.
Sure he has. Y'all live in fucking Chattanooga together. I'm not an idiot. Come on.
Yeah, the first time we actually met you was through Steve. Back in like 2016, 15. I don't even remember.
There you go.
Got a bad connection. We might not be able to make that one happen, y'all.
Because he's in the fucking sticks. I know where he's at.
Yeah, man. Hold on. I think I'm getting a message from him right now, actually. It shows
You ain't getting no positive signal.
shows something, I guess.
No, I'm just joking. Like, you know, I love that. That's my fucking brother from another mother, man. I swear to God. Instigator, look. So, look, I'm going to put some of my personal business out there, which I usually don't do, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but I'm going to give you a rundown of how much I fuck with that guy. All right, so I went through a bad situation after my breakup with my baby mama. I went through a very bad time in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like where I was, you know, I done used up all my money. I really went through a breakup because my father died, and when my father died, I stopped doing concerts. I went on a hiatus. I went broke. Baby mama cheated on me. I left that bitch. I went just kind of hotel hopping and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I linked up with RP. I ain't gonna say his fucking name because that's how much I don't give a fuck no more. I linked up with RP and I ended up linking up with Instigator because of that.
Yeah.
And I told Steve kind of what was going on in my situation, and he was like, "Wait, bro, I got like 11 people that want features from you. What you gonna charge?" And I was like, "Man, 500 to 1,000 or just whatever you can get, bro."
Yeah.
I'm kind of hurting right now, and I could do whatever.
No, man,
This man told everybody 500 a feature.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 10, 12 people wanting features, and he only wanted 20%. So we had like $5,000. He made me like in a 2-day period.
Yeah.
And you know, I threw him a percentage, and I came home with like, you know, $4 grand or whatever the balance was or whatever. But that dude really did something for me when I was really in a fucked up situation, man. And that's kind of why I wanted to be part of this album we're doing. I feel like I owed him one because he took care of me and helped me out in a time when I won't call Paul and Juicy, bro. I don't do that shit. I don't call my millionaire homies. I call my thousandaire homies. Okay.
I think
You
it's
call your millionaire homies, you're gonna have a bigger tab to take on. And I swear to God, Steve was right there for me, bro, and he actually helped me through a very tragic time in my life when I lost my father. And 6 months later, me and my baby mama split up. I lost my house. I lost my truck. I lost everything. And Steve was right there, bro. So there's nothing that anybody on this fucking planet can say about Steve. I am 423 the instigator, because I swear to God, I owe him. I don't owe him shit, but you know what I'm saying. Like he helped me at a time of need. That's why we're doing this album right now, because I want to re-show my fucking gratitude and do an album with him and just fucking murder all my verses, because I fucking slaughtered all my verses, like all of them.
Yeah, I've heard snippets of them.
No, he's proud of them. I'm proud of him. Like we really got some dope ass music on this Croptober for real. So like, if anybody got a fucking problem with Steve, I am 423 instigator. They got a fucking problem. My whole family, I swear to fucking God, they do.
Yeah, man. So
yeah, from the background, that's where you're at.
all right, speaking of October, go ahead.
I don't think a lot of people understand the work that Steve has put in. You know,
bro, Steve's been grinding since before I've been grinding.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I know he would bring artists in and you know, do the whole verse thing, and to hear that, you know, he was so humble to only want a little cut. You know, that's always good to hear, because
I just say, he likes making good music, man, and he likes people in the studio.
I don't know if you remember this, but I don't know if this is the time you were referring to, but you actually came in man, it was 4 or 5 years ago when you got the song with Lil Wyte.
Yeah.
He actually gave me
Lil Wyte. I love y'all country asses. Lil Wyte.
I'm the one that actually recorded all of your verses that day.
Lil Wyte. Let me say, my bad. I'm sorry.
I don't know if it's the same time you were just referring to, but you came in a few years back to Spit Shop and laid down some verses for people.
Well, no. I'm referring to like
the first time. The first time.
Oh no, the first time I came to Spit Shop, yeah. No, I did the same thing. I did like 6 or 7 tracks.
Yeah, I was actually the one that recorded all those tracks, and Steve gave me that opportunity, and that was something big for me because engineering is a thing I love to do. So the fact that I got to record
engineering is a lost art, man. Y'all are the shit, man. Y'all. Like, I'm sitting in here with Sano right now. I'm looking at Sano, and if you know engineering, you know Sano's my producer, right? This motherfucker just ducked behind the couch.
No, man, shout him out.
Give him a shout out. Because I've said this on the podcast. Engineers do not get enough credit.
No, mine do. I swear to God, I've always given him a shout, because he's not just the engineer. He's the producer. He's the guitarist. He's the keyboardist. He's everything, bro. Like,
yeah.
No, man, I get it completely, man. But also, you need what's your team like right now at the moment? Like you said, you already got him for your producer, your engineer, your guitarist. You have like a video guy you keep on you?
Kind of, yeah, but I've kind of not, yeah. But that's where the money's at, though. It's fucking video. It's fucking upload. Goddamn. That's where the money's at.
Yeah, man. Especially if you're trying to do it, you know, the full complete like percent into it.
Well, no, see, this is the thing. Like, I'm a rare breed, right? When the COVID hit, I went into my cave and started hibernating and went on hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Because I refused to rap about COVID.
Yep.
I refused to rap about us being stuck in the house. I refuse to rap about our kids going to fucking virtual school. I'm not fixing to incorporate what this bullshit we're going through right now into my music when music is fucking timeless. Because anybody that goes back in time and listens to that song will be like, damn, these folks were controlled by the masses.
Yeah, I do want to give a
their music even had propaganda in it.
Yeah, I do want to give a quick shout out to Wyte though, because you know when we were setting up this interview, there was times where I tried to call him and he'd be like, "Hey, I'll call you back in a minute. I'm being a teacher right now." That's real stuff.
No, I was. When you called me the other day, I was like, bro, I'm a third grade math teacher right now.
That's real,
and
man.
You hit me back like an hour later. I'm like, now I'm the principal. They're both in trouble. You call me back after I whoop their ass. Like, it's okay.
No, man, I get understand completely. We're not gonna try to keep you on too much longer. We're trying to wait to see how this whole instigator thing works out. Because he said he's
Try to add him into the show.
let me try real quick.
Let me touch on something real quick.
I'll do the same thing I just did with Rittz. Let me see my phone. Man. What are you going to do? Oh, you look angry. I didn't do nothing wrong. I love you with all my heart. I will lick your butthole out. Oh.
So let me ask you this, with you being a Memphis native and everything, what's y'all's relationship with like Young Dolph and Key Glock and them? The newer artists.
To be honest, I've only met Young Dolph like 3 times. Like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't keep up with the new age gang. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do it. Only because it's just not my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't. Like I fuck with the new music, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like I come from the OGs that really fucking had chicken, like shit like that. Like
I just want to shout out Memphis though, because like I see a lot of talent coming out of there.
Brother, Memphis right now is the talent.
Yeah. I was surprised to hear that NLE Chopper was from Memphis. Like when I heard that, I was like, man.
Look, my daughter told me about him, and I was like, he's from Memphis. She's like, how you know? I said, really? I was like, you not hear it in his lyrics? Like, the thing is like, all right, I'm not a hater. I don't like the new age music. I'm not a hater. I'm just old school. I like old school shit. Give me them fucking heavy bass lines, them loud claps, and them snares, and them hi-hats.
And in my opinion, Memphis originated that. Memphis
did.
I feel like Memphis created the sound that exists now.
They did.
3-6 Mafia originated.
They did with a little help of UGK, Ghetto Boys, and Outkast, and NWA.
Yep.
I stand by my words on that one.
Yep.
I like to think that is yeah.
All right.
But everybody's also sampling 3-6 Mafia music right now, bro. So like the more music you sample from 3-6 Mafia, the more you're making the future sound of music 3-6 Mafia.
Mm-hmm. Now I do have one question because I've seen you post pictures with the man, and then I know how his affiliation is with Memphis. So is there a relationship that you have with Drake?
Yeah, that's my dude. That's my brother.
Mm-hmm. So when was the first time you met him?
Hold on, wait. Let me get to the bottom of this. Are you hating on my relationship with Drake, or is somebody else hating?
Oh no, man. It's hard to hate on Drake, man.
If you hate on Drake, I ain't gonna lie, you might as well hate on your own city.
Yeah. No, man.
You know why I say that?
What's that?
Okay, Drake's dad's from here.
Okay.
Drake's dad was back up what, Sano? On whose album? Isaac Hayes. What did Drake's dad?
Isaac Hayes.
I'll mute this shit. Hold on. What did Drake's? He played drums, didn't he? DJ played drums, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, DJ played drums for like Al Green and all them folks. Isaac Hayes, yeah.
Pretty sure that you're right.
Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what I'm saying is,
we got someone looking it up too right here.
Well, no, listen. I met Drake in 2008. 2008. What was that? Fucking 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's like So Far Gone era. Maybe a little before.
Yeah,
maybe.
No, it was before So Far Gone. It was right before it came out because when I met him, he was telling me how he knows 7 different languages. And now he's finna drop the hardest mixtape the game's ever seen, and the world is gonna take him by storm. And I literally looked at him like, "All right, motherfucker, pass the blunt." You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you, but I feel like you've been holding on to the blunt for too long.
I mean,
Come to find out, he was supposed to be holding on to that blunt that long because.
Okay, this is what I've read.
2 weeks later, he became
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. What Drake is today.
All right. So what'd you find out?
Dennis Graham.
Got his own Mount Rushmore.
Dennis Graham was the drummer for Jerry Lee Lewis.
There you go. That's what I was trying to fucking figure out. Look, I got to piss real quick. Y'all got to give me a break. Give me 1 second.
No, we're actually about to finish it out.
No, his dad was the drummer for Jerry Lee Lewis. That's what I couldn't. Yes, that was the one.
Well, what are we gonna do now?
We on a short intermission, y'all. Lil Wyte had to take a piss.
Just gotta have a potty break.
No, that's fine. We were just making sure that we heard him.
Can we get the Lil Wyte manager in the interview for a minute and ask you a few questions?
You can ask me questions, but I've been a nurse all day. I've been up
What about his production?
this morning.
Or is it
Y'all can have a lovely view of the window.
How stressful is it to manage Lil Wyte?
Look, I'll have someone step in for me. This is my alter ego. Take the throne, my friend. All right, Big Nate acting as Mrs. White, aka manager.
What up, man?
Go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
Man, it's Country Boy, man. I'm out here. I'm head of security for about everybody you want to interview.
Okay, cool. So, who are some of your clients you've had?
Sure. 3-6. I've ran through them all, really.
Okay. Craziest.
I've worked with Jelly. I work with Jelly a lot. Still do.
Craziest story you've had working with 3-6 Mafia as their security guard?
Pretty much just people doing their thing. I don't get personal. I never tell what goes on behind the scenes or any of that. You know what I mean?
Understand.
But it's always the best of the best. You know what I mean? We always go home. That's the main thing.
What are some of the funnest tours you've been on?
Oh yeah, I'll give you a good story. This was the first time we was on Juicy J's Rubber Band Business Tour.
Okay.
And I didn't recognize Lil Wyte, and he tried to get on the tour bus. Talk to Jay. So he comes by, and I just swapped my arm right across his chest.
No, he didn't swap
the fuck up.
He fucking wow, his arm.
He's like,
Oh, that's how that arm felt.
So I get on the bus, and I'm like, Juicy, man, there's some little short dude, some little short white guy trying to get on the bus right now. He's like, little white guy, short like this, look like this.
Fuck you,
I was like, yeah. I said, yeah. He's like, that's Lil Wyte. So I walked back off the bus. And I'm like, hey, what's up, buddy? He's like, oh, nothing much. Oh, it was just the funniest thing ever.
Hey, thank you
Wow,
for
man, that sounds crazy.
I did thank you for doing your job.
He did. Thank me, dude. Try to get me drunk too. Try to get me drunk. I'm like, nah, brother, we don't drink while we work. Doesn't happen.
Bro, you're just doing your job. That's all it was. You were doing your job.
Oh, it has to be done.
Oh, he did his fucking job.
When intermission's over.
When you're on the tour,
He's
I love
leaving.
how when I go to intermission.
hey, one more question. When you're on the tours, do you ever get a chance to party with the artist?
He's
I
in
don't
my
party
house
with
right now.
artists. The only time I party with the artists is we're not doing anything. We're here at home. But these
Man.
are family. They're not artists. You know what I'm saying? There's a time we gotta cut this. And that.
Yo.
Fuck
You
out.
gotta.
That's my brother.
Why?
What?
We got the instigator.
Hey, fucker.
What up?
Can I make this larger? That's what she said. Oh, there we go.
Steve, turn your phone sideways if you can.
Hold on, wait. I gotta
All right.
turn this
That
way.
big
Yeah. This is going to be how we're going to end the
Wait,
podcast.
that way, there we go.
Let's talk about your upcoming release,
Steve,
Cropped Up.
Hold on, wait. Everybody stop. Steve?
Yeah.
You look amazing.
Yeah. Thanks.
You look gorgeous.
What's going
baby.
on?
Purple, okay?
Even got my pusher stuff on. Didn't even mean to do
Hey.
that.
Hey, did you see who chimed in earlier?
Did what?
Did you see who
I didn't get
chimed
to
in
hear or
earlier?
see anything when I was trying to chime in.
Bro, Jelly Roll chimed in thanks to them. Hold on, wait. Let me do it backwards. I don't know how to do that. Sometimes I'm trying to point it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Okay, there I figured. Nope, I fucking lost
That's
it.
perfect.
Anyway,
That's
it's
great.
like backward camera. What's fucked up is me and Jelly just took over their whole podcast, and now me and you are. And that's not what my goal was, okay?
Bro, it's been a good podcast either way, man.
No, I know.
Yeah.
My brother, look at my brother's fucking, look at his head. He's so bald and sexy.
Look at that. It's shining and
I ain't gonna
everything.
lie, bro. That man got that man got that Vin Diesel lotion to put on that shit.
There you go. That's how you do it. They
Man got
love
that
it.
rock,
Bald head.
Rocks tequila. What's it called? Jelly be getting rock.
That's my
Dude,
twin
The
right there.
Rock has
He's
started
awesome.
following Jelly Roll and sends him
I don't
tequila.
know.
Temecula is what it's called, right? The Rock's tequila.
That's what's up.
All right, let's talk about Croptober one time.
Croptober. There we go.
October, motherfucker.
We talked about it a little bit earlier before you got on the stream, Steve. We talked, and Lil Wyte talked about, him shredding his verses and talking about how he feels great to do this project with you. Now, let's go ahead and get your side of the story.
No, he killed his verses too, bro.
No, it's a great project. I'm proud of it. I'm honestly proud of it. We got 10 songs, 12 songs, something like that. We're going to pick from and drop it here soon. We're working on getting the videos, filming those, getting those put together and dropping and doing a release party over live stream and stuff like that. So everything's coming together real nice. I think Jelly's sending in his verses this weekend, and we'll be good to go mixing this week.
Hey man, it only took 15 years?
I know. It did. It seems like it's been a long time coming.
Well, no, look,
It's crazy to think when you started White Music, I think you were at one point going to sign Muddy, and then we talked about doing a whole joint project of like White Tennessee Pushers, and we even did a photo shoot. We did a photo shoot and everything.
Bro, I had to get away from dude.
No, that was a key because
no, see,
me and him got into it.
I had to get away from the negative energy in my circle. I'm
Yeah.
not saying no names. I'm saying the negative energy. But that's why we're doing this now, because there's no negative energy in either one of our circles, brother. And it's time to go. Like even Jelly, me and Jelly just said the same shit. Like even me and Jelly had our problems because we had the wrong people fucking around us. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wanted to see us win. They wanted to get money off of us and make some money off of us. And to be honest, bro, you were one of the first people to put us all together.
Yeah.
No,
it was a good time.
You were.
We had a good time. I enjoyed it. I remember that first time whenever that big show.
And rap tour.
I can't remember what we did the White Christmas. We did the White Christmas, and you and Jelly were blown away because y'all didn't expect to have like 600 people there. That was a crazy time.
Steve.
Yeah.
If there was one question that you've never asked Lil Wyte, or just one thing you're curious about, what would it be?
Hey, that's a hard one. Put me on the spot.
That's fucked up because we know, like me and Jelly said the same shit. We know everything about each other.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of stuff.
Go for it.
Something I want to know about White.
Anything.
Like, how long does it really take you to drop a verse?
Yeah. How long does it really take?
9 minutes, motherfucker. 9 minutes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm always so interested in his career and just different stuff. I mean, I followed him since the beginning. Even before we met,
I followed you back too, though. Okay.
So I just think all of his stuff. There's all kinds of crazy stuff and stories, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Is there? It just seems so generic to ask like what you regret.
Listen, this is how boss you are. Listen, you're such a boss, you don't have to answer this question. And I won't either.
Okay.
I'm just saying, bro.
That's the best way to do it. There we go.
Are you a boss or not?
Yeah, we're focusing on what's going on now, I guess.
I've got my answer. Do you have yours?
I've got my answer. I won't ask any questions.
Yeah, that's
put anyone in any position.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
I can't wait to go back and watch this interview now. I can only imagine.
Bro, honestly, like this interview has been at most 10 questions. At most. And we've been going for like
why? Because everybody's so intrigued they have no questions to ask.
I mean, honestly,
there you go. He does have a rapport with his fans. I think that I would say the one thing about White that is just so different than everyone else is just how connected he is with his fans, that it sometimes, and I'm not just saying this to kiss up, but you forget that he's a star. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's because he's always around. You always see him out. He's always talking to people, and you get so used to him because he doesn't go into hiding. He doesn't hide his faults. He doesn't hide his good times. You know what I'm saying? That everything is always in the open. So to me, it's you forget about all the great accomplishments that this man's had and the way he's paved the way for a lot of people and done stuff that heck, you don't realize the people he knows. You don't realize the people who know him and respect him and have came up under him because he's so humble. And like I said, I mean, he literally, there's nothing to hide. There's nothing to ask because you see it all. It's hard to, well, what about this? What about, you don't have to do that. It's always been out there. He doesn't hide anything.
Thank you, bro.
I think that's the one thing about Wyte that to me, I've always respected and loved, you know, whether anything that's been going on, he is always, like I said, there's nothing to hide there. He's genuine. And like I said, that you forget about his accomplishments because of how down to earth and easy he is to connect with.
Yeah, Steve's actually put me and Keith Austin in a position to be around Lil Wyte 3 different times. And every single time he's the same person. He's the same. He talks to everybody like he knows them. He's one of you when he's around you.
Nicole told me, unlike her dad, I never meet a stranger.
Right.
And the thing is, like, well, hold on, wait. And my wife's Italian, so I'm fucking Scottish and German. I ain't lying. I'm fucking Scottish and German, okay? So when a woman says that you're like her father, those are 2 very strong categories. I never meet a stranger, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll talk to anybody, bro. I will. And I will talk to anybody to make sure my family's okay with me talking to them, because if they got a problem with my family, we will kill them right then. Not actually kill them, because we're on social media and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we know our fucking enemies when we find our fucking enemies. Like, we don't have them moments where we're just like, oh, I don't know if this guy's cool to hang out with. No. We are a group of individuals who we've always known who we're supposed to hang out with and who we're not supposed to hang out with, because our lives would have been completely different.
Mm-hmm. I get it. All right. You have anything you want to say?
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Now we've had Lil Wyte on for about an hour and 30 minutes. I know Inscared just got here, but you have anything you want to say about Croptober before we get out of here?
I do.
Go ahead. Let's get it.
That bitch gonna be jamming, boy. That motherfucker gonna be so hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Croptober's gonna be hard.
Release date. When is it?
October 2nd.
What?
October 2nd. October 1st.
Okay, second. I said first. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's a Friday. We'll be doing on Friday. We'll be doing a live stream.
High five.
All right. I have a lot. Now, can I have one final question I want to ask Lil Wyte? Do you think Lil Wyte gets the credit he deserves?
Were you asking me that?
Yes.
Never, ever. No, he does not.
No.
But at the same time, yeah, no, he does not.
Okay.
No, he don't. He wrote Oxycotton, bro.
No, I mean, I feel the same way. I definitely don't think Lil Wyte gets the credit he deserves.
Before we close this thing out, I always ask everybody, just because I want to see the kind of answers they give. And everybody always gives a super cliche answer. But Lil Wyte,
let's go.
If somebody came up to you and they were like, man, I want to be a rapper, I want to do music, what is the best piece of advice you can give them?
Run! Don't do it. Run. Go do something else with your life. We got this under control over here. You are not part of our fucking strategy. You are not part of our caliber. Run.
Well, that's not a cliche answer at all.
All right, man.
That is your answer?
Brett.
That is your answer?
We'll find
the best answer I've heard.
Steve, what's your answer?
I'd run too now.
Boo! There you go. Run, motherfucker, run.
Too much money.
All right, man.
How much
This has
money?
been a great.
All the money, bro. All the money. Run. Just get the money. Fuck these rappers, bro. These rappers can't rap no more. Fuck these dumbass little young ass rappers. Bro, we can still rap. Fuck. Nope. I'm not cutting this out, honey. Sorry, I didn't mean
All
to
right.
like that.
No, you're fine. Man, this has been a great
She
podcast.
got mad at me. She really got mad at me.
Man, we've had it on this one.
Let me rephrase it. Hey, new rappers. Stop rapping. The last OGs got this shit under control, and anything else you want to listen to is called pop. It's not called rap no more.
Okay, since you say that, do you have any up and coming rappers that you listen to or fuck with super heavy right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
C-6, yes.
C-6.
C-6. C-6 are the best rappers in the city right now. Hands down. That's the only people that deserve any kind of recognition. Fuck all of us. C-6 is about to kill some shit.
All right, man. This has been a good podcast. I think we're going to go ahead and end it right here. I appreciate Lil Wyte coming on, and Instigator, you coming on too.
We've had Jelly Roll. We've had
This
Rick.
been a great night. We had Instigator, Lil Wyte, Jelly Roll, Rittz, you guys.
Yeah, you need to get us connected with Rittz after this. We'll have him on next.
No, I'm going to. You have to say that on air. I was already gonna do that, brother.
That's his only downfall on these podcasts. He says that at the end of every interview.
Bro,
Okay,
there's
look,
every interview.
There's no problem with
do that for
asking.
you.
Hey, Gorgie, hit him, elbow him, tell him that's the stuff afterwards.
All right, man. This is CONVO-19. Keith Austin, Georgie 740. We got Lil Wyte. We got Instigator. We got HDR in here. We out.
Yeah.
Radio check. Let's do it.
Do
it. You're now tuned in to CONVO-19 Turn it up with Keith Austin,
Next,
Georgie.
that what we gotta do?